August and September were difficult months for my family and me. During that time, I heard a passage of scripture from 2 Kings chapter 4 about Elisha and the widow's oil. In the passage, the widow had just lost her husband and the creditors had come to take her children into slavery. The prophet Elisha came to the widow and asked her if there was anything he could do for her. She said, "I have nothing but this small jar of oil." So Elisha asked her to go to the village to gather up empty vessels. After her children brought back the empty vessels, she started pouring out the oil from the small jar that she had, and as long as she poured, more oil came. And it's from that place that I cried out to God and said, "God, if you just give me oil to pour, I will pour it out." And so about a week after I heard that sermon and read that passage, I had a vision. And in that vision, I saw a young black woman walk in from the back of the River Church, and she had shackles around her feet. And the shackles represented disappointment and the feeling of feeling unseen. And the Lord began to show me more details about this instance, and he spoke to me very deeply about this vision. And after this experience, I asked the Lord what he wanted me to do, and he told me to call Miss Melinda. And so I did, and as I began to share with her what I saw, I felt like God said that she knew exactly who I was talking about. And after I finished sharing the vision with her, she said, "Jonathan, I know exactly who this is."
Hey y'all, my name is Monique, and I just want to share a testimony with y'all real quick. So one day after e-groups, Mel pulled me aside and she told me about how there is this man who had a vision about me, which was crazy because I've never met this man a day in my life. I've never even heard of him till before this moment. And basically what he saw in the vision was me walking into the church with shackles and with chains. As a result of disappointment, I had, the feeling of being unseen. And that was huge for me because that's honestly something that I was dealing with. And honestly something that I've dealt with my whole life, but it was just really hurting me during that time. And so he also said that he felt like God was saying, like, "I see you." And that was also huge for me because, like, I've always felt like I had to live for other people, or I had to act a certain way, or be this certain person. But in that moment, it was just like, God saying, like, "I see you for who you are, like, be who you are." And so ever since then, I've just kind of been on this self journey of figuring out who Monique is without worrying about what other people think and about what other people say. And, I had those, like, hard conversations with people who hurt me, which turned out amazing, and I thank God for that. But I really thank God for this man, for just, sharing that, because it really, really, really was a life transformation for me, and it has helped me to be even more closer with Christ. So, like, don't worry about what anybody else has to say about you. You live for you and live for the calling that God has called you to be, and to the person that God has called you to be, and just walk in who He is and what He has for you. I promise you will not be disappointed. So, yeah, that's all.